everyone, and welcome back to the MN Homestead. Today I did a brilliant thing and I managed to film today's entire video without audio. I recently got an external microphone for my camera, and if it's plugged in it overrides the camera's native microphone, and if it's plugged in but not turned on, it completely eradicates any audio. So I managed to do that. So today's video is going to be a little weird. It's a really important one, so I want to make sure I show it to you, so I'm not just going to trash it. So you'll see me talking on the video, and none of it's going to match up with the voiceover that I will be doing. So like I said, it's going to be a little awkward, but it's really an important video. So let's get to it, and I'll show you what it's all about. Today is the day that we check to see if our queen introduction was successful. About a week and a half ago, we got our new queen in the hive, and in that week and a half, we're hoping that she has been taken out of the queen cage by the other bees, that they have accepted her, and that she's gotten acclimated to the point that she is laying and getting the hive back to restoring its population. We're gonna take a look in. We're gonna look for that, those eggs, larvae, and brood, and see if everything is gonna be moving forward as it should. I'm apprehensive, but I think we're gonna have some success. The first thing we do is check the queen cage to see if she made it out successfully. I did find all of the candy eaten out, so it tells me she made it out. Not necessarily successfully, but she's there. And now I am taking a peek at the first few frames in the top box. The previous queen hadn't laid up here at all, so they've only been working on putting in honey and pollen, so I wasn't super anticipating anything there, and unfortunately I found no eggs, brood, or larvae, so moved down to the second of our third boxes. And down in the second box, I was more hopeful that I would find some brood, larvae, or eggs. Went through a couple of different frames just as I had in the top box. I still didn't see anything. And at this point, I was getting pretty apprehensive because we did have eggs, larvae, and brood there previously. So I took the second box off and went down to the very bottom last box. And here is where we absolutely had all of the frames filled with eggs, larvae, and brood with the previous queen. And as this is the last box, it is my last hope for finding any evidence of a new viable queen. And I'm really apprehensive by this point. So I dug in, got the first frame out, and eggs, larvae, brood, eggs, larvae, brood, eggs, larvae, brood. We have a viable queen. She is laying, and it's just so exciting. You know, I was nervous, and you never know if something like this is just gonna go right. We've had so much heartache with these beautiful little bees, and finding this is just so awesome. I checked through several different frames just to see how much she had gotten through, and I found 3 frames that had eggs, larvae, and brood on them. So she has clearly been laying for a little while, long enough for the larvae to turn into brood, and she's just keeping on going. I am beyond ecstatic. I can't wait to keep going over the next couple of weeks and seeing more and more and more. I'm sure in a couple of weeks we'll see her moving up into the second box. I don't know if she'll make it up to the third or not. There is so much that we don't know going into all of this, but we are on the right track. Once I got a chance to look through everything, I closed the hive back up. I don't want to do anything to upset the bees and put them at jeopardy for continuing to rebuild their population. So I got everything put back together quickly so that I was able to feel good about how I was leaving them. we have a successful queen introduction. The hive is on its way to getting back to a full and strong population. There were very few frames of eggs, brood, and larvae, but the queen is laying. As I said earlier, we've only had her in there for about a week and a half. It took several days for her to make it out of the queen's cage, several days for her to become comfortable, acclimated, and actually start laying. So I know we'll continue to see more and more and more in the coming weeks. Thank you for joining us on this ongoing journey. It has been a long one. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that in one of our first videos, I explained the entire journey that we've gone on over the last year and a half. The trials, the tribulations, the joy, the tears, and everything. And I look forward to seeing the population re-up and taking you on this journey as we continue forward. Maybe getting some honey this fall, depends on how the population goes, maybe, maybe not. And then just showing you as we get more hives in the future. So make sure to check up on everything that we have going on. Down below, hit that subscribe button, and then there's a little follow icon. So if you hit that, you'll get notified every time we post a video, which is Wednesdays, and then either Friday or Saturday. Along with keeping up with our YouTube channel, check out our blog, themnhomestead.com. And if you want daily updates as well as beautiful photos of our land and everything around us, check out our Instagram at the.mn.homestead. And we will see you next time up here at the homestead.